And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. The open man is Smith. And he's going to be out at the 35-yard line. Just the first quarter of attack thing going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-opening opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
The 44-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Cousins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings. First down, here's Cousins. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's another Vikings first down.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal.
2-yard line.
They'll run for it with Cook. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Trying the power game with him. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Vikings 7, Bears nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. He's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
3rd down.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
1st down, Chicago.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
2nd and 9 from the 44. From the shotgun is Trubisky. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Down a run with Cohen. And he's going to be brought down at about the 43-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and a yard, Trubisky. And he rifles one incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes? And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he lost the football. This is picked up by the Bears. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
31-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Eddie Jackson running.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins to Jefferson on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way. He's much more successful as well.
And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Thielen. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun, here's Cousins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Cousins now. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
That's the score. Vikings 14, Bears 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Well, he's got daylight. It's a foot race. place. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, 81 yards. And now the Bears are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. Now Trubisky goes right side, and he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw, Cousins. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up for the 37. These guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission.
A 40-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Cousins to throw it. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will tie things at 17 all. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? The interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He just tells us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I go ahead and put the football myself.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. They go to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a run with Cook. Already out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins looking middle, and that's complete. And crossover out of bounds right at the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They go play action. Cousins. Looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Complete to Tate. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They try again with Cohen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 14. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Another drive bogs down, but for the 4th time, they're able to escape with 3 points.
And this last one gives them the lead, so that's a good thing. And they've needed every one of these field goals, but it has to feel good to them to know that confidence is there. If we do bog down, we can get us 3 points.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Cousins now to throw on first down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Dalvin Cook.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And the throw interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off at the 40. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Trubisky will throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. To throw is Cousins. Big hold of the 30. This one brought in by Jefferson. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, here's the run with Cook. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Dalvin Cook.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Throwing, Cousins. His man on the comeback route, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Cousins. They're quickly to feel him here. They're able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. It's a room to run now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Now Cook. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down. Off the play fake, Cousins. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll run with Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a 1-score game. They try again with Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game.
Viking field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. And now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Trubisky to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 more on that one and another first down. Throwing now is Trubisky. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Trubisky. And it's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Pinheiro on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Vikings now to start their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the...
Crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson.
Today's final score.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception.